This video will give instructions on how to properly build the primary structure for a Daktronics display. The first step is to install main columns, held in by concrete, into the foundation. With the main columns permanently secured, the construction worker will view the shop drawing to determine where the crossbeams will be attached. The construction worker will mark the main columns where the brackets will be placed. The brackets will then be welded onto the support beams to hold the steel tubes into place. Prior to raising the steel tubes to be attached to the main columns, the construction worker will mark where the tube attaches to the main columns. Then the steel tubes are attached to the crane and raised into the air. From here, the steel tubes will be placed onto the structure in order to hold our display up. This diagram shows how the steel tubes will be placed on the structure as well as the dimensions. It is important to make sure that all the tubes are level prior to permanently welding the tubes to the main columns. According to the shop drawing, end caps are to be welded onto the ends of the steel tubes. This is to prevent water from oxidizing the steel. Industry best practice is to weld the end caps onto the steel tubes prior to welding the tube to the main columns. The steel tubes are welded into place. 4 steel beams will be welded onto the top of the structure, 2 on each side. View the diagram for dimensions. The final welding on the structure is the steel tube kicker. These are the points on the drawing where the welding occurs for the steel tube kicker. After all the primary structure welds have been completed, the construction worker will cut the tops of the main columns off to reflect the shop drawing specifications. Then the next step in preparing the primary structure is to prime the exposed steel and then paint the primary structure. This is what the final structure will look like.